In today's video, I'm going to be teaching you guys about back button autofocus, which I believe is the perfect autofocus setup to have on your camera for wildlife photography. Now, this is going to be a pretty quick video because back button autofocus is a pretty simple concept, but it is a very, very important thing to know if you are a wildlife photographer, because this is the autofocus setup that most photographers use on their cameras. There are a few wildlife photographers that I know of that do not use this setup for wildlife photography, but for the most part, this is what everyone is using to take photos of wildlife, and that is because it is just so much better than the standard focus setup that comes in, as the default settings on every camera. And I'm not going to get in how to actually set up back button autofocus in this video because, that's different on every camera body. It's different on Canons than on Nikons than on Sonys. So I'm not going to get into all of that. This is just going to be about what back button autofocus is and why you need to be using it. And before we jump into this, I do want to briefly mention that over 90% of the people viewing these videos are not subscribed. And guys, if you don't already know, at 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to be doing a giveaway to go down to Florida and swim with manatees entirely for free. You will be flown down there. You will have your flight, your food, everything about the trip paid for. All you have to do is be a subscriber to be able to enter in that giveaway. And that is coming when I hit 1,000 subscribers. So go ahead and subscribe for that. Just wanted to briefly mention that, and let's get back to the video. So as you guys know, when your camera comes out of the box, it's automatically by default got the autofocus system set on the shutter release button. So when you raise that camera up and you press down the shutter, it's going to focus first, and then you press it down a little farther and it's going to shoot your image. This obviously in most cases is going to work just fine for you. For landscapes that are stationary, they're non-moving, they're going to sit still for you, you can use this system. For portrait photography, you can tell your subject to stand still, you can come up with your composition, press it down, focus, and shoot the image. With wildlife, this isn't a subject that's stationary for the most part, and your subject isn't listening to you. It's not a human who's going to stand still for you, and it's not a landscape that is unmoving and that you can, take your time and craft this composition of over, 10, 15, 20 minutes. So this presents a problem because now you need both a fast and easy way to focus and recompose shots and a fast and easy way to switch between continuous and single shot AF modes. So for example, let's just say that you're photographing an elk. When you're shooting that elk, you want to be able to focus on the animal and then recompose and place the animal where you believe it best fits in the frame. With focus on the shutter, every time you take an image after recomposing, it will refocus because it focuses every time that you press the shutter down. And when recomposing, you have moved your autofocus point away from the animal, so it's just going to refocus where you now have that autofocus point. This makes it impossible to focus and recompose unless you switch AF points, which can obviously take precious time away from the few moments that you may have with an animal to get the perfect shot. This is where back button autofocus comes in handy. With back button autofocus, what you actually do is you take the autofocus system off of the shutter release button. So now when you press the shutter down, it does absolutely nothing with focusing. All it does is take the image. It does not focus, it just shoots the photo, whether it's out of focus or in focus. And where it puts that autofocus system instead is on your back button. And you can see on my camera specifically here, it is that small little button there with the AF on next to it. You press that button in, and that is now where your focus system lives on this camera. So what I can actually do now is I can press down on that back button AF and engage my autofocus. And when I press on that, it focuses on my animal's face. Let's say I've got my autofocus point right in the center of the frame. I put it on the animal's eye, and then I focus. Now what I can do is I can remove my thumb from the back button autofocus, and my focus is locked now. If I press the shutter, it's not going to change the focus like it typically would if I had the focus set at the default settings. So what I can now do is I can recompose that shot and keep my focus exactly where it is on that animal. Now I can press the shutter, take that photo, and it doesn't refocus and, ruin the focus that I've already set on the animal. So back button can come in very handy in situations like that where you want to keep the focus locked on the subject and have the ability and the freedom to recompose your shot. So you can go ahead, press the back button, focus on your animal, move your finger off the back button autofocus, and now it's locked on that subject. It's not going to change from that subject, and when you press the shutter, it's not going to refocus like it would on the default settings. It's just going to take the photo. So you've got your focus where you want. Now you have the full ability to move your camera around and recompose that shot and take the photo that you actually want to take. So this is one of the benefits of back button AF. Another benefit of back button AF for wildlife photography is that in many cases, your animal may be on the move. It may be running. So let's say that you have a cheetah chasing a gazelle across the plains, and this is a fast-paced chase, so you want to have it in focus. You want to put that autofocus point right on the cheetah's head and track with it and focus as you're shooting, right? So let's just say, you know, you're tracking, you're shooting this chase happening. You've got your thumb on the back button and you're autofocusing on the cheetah and you're shooting this chase, and all of a sudden the cheetah decides to give up and it stops in its tracks. Now what you can do is have that autofocus point right on the cheetah's head, have it in focus, remove your thumb, recompose the shot to however you may want it, and shoot while the cheetah is stationary. With autofocus on the shutter, this is not something that you'd be able to do, because when you are tracking an animal, you have to shoot in continuous focus, which would mean that you can't just focus and recompose, because your AF is constantly adjusting itself as you move the camera. So in a case like this, back button autofocus is allowing you to have the best of both worlds with focus modes. You can have continuous focus when you're tracking the cheetah running by just holding down on the back button, and then when the cheetah stops running, you can just take your thumb off the back button and use single shot focus, which allows you to focus and recompose all that you want. And you can do all of this without ever actually having to switch between focus modes in your camera menu. So on a base level, what back button autofocus is doing is just removing the focus from the shutter release, giving you the freedom to not focus every time you take a composition. So these are the situations in which it helps in a sense of autofocus. But back button autofocus actually also helps in another situation, and that is with manual focus. So let's just say that, you know, you have an animal and you're trying to shoot it through some bushes and some trees. And with your autofocus system, it just can't get through those trees to get on, you know, maybe it's let's just use a cheetah again. You've got a cheetah back here in this brush and you want to shoot through the brush at the cheetah, but you know, your autofocus can't pick up the cheetah. It's bouncing around on the branches and it can't pick up the cheetah through the brush, but you want to be able to shoot that. Now, this cheetah may be on the move, so you only have a limited number of seconds to get this shot. You know, you don't want to be fiddling with buttons. You don't want to be trying to switch from automatic focus to manual focus on the side of your lens and doing all this. If you have to deal with all that, then you're just going to miss the shot, because, you know, the cheetah is going to be gone. It's going to be moving behind the brush and it's going to be gone. You're going to miss your shot. You don't want to have to be doing that. So the benefit of back button autofocus is that you don't have to do that. Whenever you're focusing, right, you've got your thumb on back button autofocus, you're focusing, it's missing, it's catching branches and everything else, is not getting the cheetah. Instead of having to switch between focus modes, you can literally just take your thumb off of that button and start using the ring. So this is a problem, obviously, when you're in default mode, because you're twisting the ring using manual focus at the same time. It's still going to engage AF whenever you press on the shutter. With back button AF, you can remove that thumb, it turns AF off, and switches you over to manual focus, and you can use that manual focus ring to focus on the animal through the brush, because in many cases, as you know, your camera is not going to focus through that brush. So back button AF provides you with a lot of opportunity. It not only provides you with the ability to focus and recompose your wildlife shots, but it also provides more versatility when you are panning and following an animal moving and the animal abruptly stops. It allows you to react better to that situation, but it also allows for the quicker ability to switch to manual focus and to get off of autofocus. You don't have to switch that switch on the side of your lens. I honestly never switch from autofocus to manual focus on my lens. It's always on autofocus because I'm using back button AF, and whenever I want to manual focus, I can just move my thumb off that button and use the focusing ring as opposed to actually switching the switch on the side of my lens. So back button AF has many, many benefits for wildlife photographers, and it is the reason that most wildlife photographers use it. It's just very, very effective in speeding up the process and ensuring that you're able to get more shots than you would have gotten if you kept the focus system on your shutter release button. So I fully recommend that you make the switch to back button AF. Like I said, there are some wildlife photographers that I know of that don't use it and never have, and they're professionals and have, you know, used the standard default autofocus system their whole lives. You know, they may have even tried out back button AF and didn't like it. But for the most part, everyone uses it, and everyone would recommend it to you. And, you know, it's going to be hard to switch. It's going to feel weird to have to press that, you know, back button now. And it's one of those things where you don't like to change your methodology now that you've mastered. But in the long run, once you get used to it and you you know, start to learn it and practice with it, it's going to become just as natural as focusing with the shutter release button, and you're going to come away with a lot higher percentage of good shots and a lot more interesting compositions, and just generally you're going to get the shot a lot more often than you did before. So that is it. Like I said, this is a pretty quick video on back button AF for you guys. I just wanted to explain to you guys how it works and why you should switch to it. There are many, many cases, as you heard, with wildlife photography where back button AF is very advantageous, and And I fully recommend, like I said, that you go ahead and make the switch right now. So if you guys have watched to this point, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you haven't already, please do not forget to drop a like down below and comment. Let me know what you all thought. And then most importantly, as always, please do not forget to subscribe to be entered for the 1,000 subscriber Manatee Swim giveaway video. And with that, guys, I will see you all in the next video.